What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Invest Desk, your number one channel for cryptocurrency investing, daily news updates and forecasts. My name is Syed, and today I'm going to talk about what the DAO, right? What's going on with the decentralized autonomous organization. Now, it's not something new. I think I talked about it maybe a few months back, but it's something that's kind of important, and I felt today is probably a good day to talk about these entities and give you some understanding and knowledge of what's the deal with DAOs, what's going on. We see as more and more states and even countries or other places are legally allowing you to incorporate a decentralized autonomous organization. So what's going on? What's happening, right? And that's something that I want to talk about today. So welcome back. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe as always. And of course, while you're here, please smash the like button. Certainly appreciate that. All right, let's dive right in. I'm going to first talk about the fact that Marshall Islands, they've started to allow DAOs, right? So let's take a look. So it's easier for you to see. All right, let me bring it up. Perfect. There we go. There we go. All right. Awesome. So Marshall Islands officially recognizes DAOs as legal entities. Okay. Now, they are pretty similar to LLCs. So if you already know something about limited liability companies, they are very, very similar. But Marshall Islands now officially recognizes DAOs. And what this does is simply allows you to transact or do cryptocurrency transactions. It has a whole history to it, so I'm not going to get into the history of DAOs today, but just give you a basic overview and idea of what DAO is and what's going on. That's the future, right? That's what's happening as we move forward with crypto as a whole. Not only cryptocurrencies, but now you can incorporate a company, right? Yeah, just like a partnership. You can incorporate a company, or you can do LLC. Now you can do a DAO. And Marshall Islands, they are the ones who actually now formally recognize decentralized autonomous organizations, right? Now, the fact that the Republic of Marshall Islands, right, apart from them recognizes DAOs as legal entities, this move gives collectively owned and managed blockchain projects formal recognition on the global stage. This is something big, okay? You may not see it materializing in the very near future, but as time progresses, let me tell you, just like metaverse, right? We talk about metaverse, although I don't think I've created a live stream on metaverse yet. Maybe I'll do it and how it relates to crypto. But for example, if you're in metaverse, you can buy property, or you can buy land, you can buy plots, and you can pay in crypto tokens, right? For example, Ubuntu land is a pretty popular one out of South Africa. But yeah, I'll get into metaverse maybe later sometime and see what that's all about. But right now, talking about DAOs, right? So DAOs, which are blockchain-based entities governed by self-organizing communities, they have attained legal recognition in the Marshall Islands after the country passed the amended Nonprofit Entities Act of 2021. So they are now official in that. But let me give you some interesting breaking news if you've already forgotten about this. By the way, remember Wyoming? Yep, that's us. That's the state in the US. They already have legally recognized the DAOs. If you're in the US, you can actually incorporate a DAO LLC right here in Wyoming state, which is, yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, right? So the crypto-friendly state of Wyoming has approved the first legally recognized decentralized autonomous organizations DAO in the US. So Wyoming is the leading digital assets jurisdiction in the USA, and now with the DAO law, Wyoming is arguably the top blockchain jurisdiction in the world. What this means is that creating a true digital currency with mass acceptance is now possible. Tell me about it, right? All right, so not only that, let me show you something else. Where is it? Oh, there we go. So you can actually just follow through the process and incorporate a DAO. It takes about $100 or so, and it's Ethereum based, so I think the fee is around 0.2 ETH, if I'm not mistaken. Could be up, plus or minus a little bit, but that's the fees in Ethereum. But you pay the state, you file the paperwork, you file the articles of incorporation, you file the memorandum of understanding, and yeah, that's it. So how do you actually form a DAO in Wyoming? Straightforward, just 5 steps. You name your Wyoming company, ensure that the business type you're selecting is LLC, and the additional designation is basically the decentralized autonomous organization. So make sure that the name has the syllables LLC and DAO, or LAO, LAO, right, to mark the kind of company you want to have. And then simply choose a registered agent. This is fairly similar to incorporating a LLC. And then once you do that, you file the paperwork, articles of incorporation or organization, and then of course create the operating agreement, and boom, you get your EIN number. Yes, that's right. So that's something future. If we are moving towards crypto, the world is moving towards crypto slowly but surely. I know there are a lot of setbacks. I know there's a lot of push, right? Downward push by the regulatory authorities, but how long, right? Come on. We just gotta stand, we gotta be, we just gotta face it, and that's it. The world is decentralized, guys, in the future. I've been saying this for 1 year since we started. That's our research, that's what it shows. So in any case, you can, in Wyoming, if you're in the US, you could do so. And now, of course, Marshall Islands also recognizes DAOs. The strategy is to provide the lower cost for incorporation, a supportive government that has internationally recognized courts, and a receptive environment to technological advancement. So again, that there's maybe some caveats, but positive side, right? So that they're promoting themselves as, crypto friendly or DAO friendly, right? That's the Republic of Marshall Islands. It's not a bad place to actually go and visit and maybe live there, right? Hey, if you're, I don't know, maybe we'll check it out someday, right? When Dogecoin goes to the moon, of course, we'll get there. All right, so that's the Marshall Islands. We talked about Wyoming, and it's really, really easy in Wyoming to, in fact, how do you actually do a DAO LLC? It's just simple, okay? I already talked about this, the steps, but the Senate bill number 38, if you like to read up more, was signed into law by the Wyoming governor in April 2021. So it's been a while. Yeah, and I think I did cover the DAOs way back then, but I want to bring it up now after 1 year. But we see more and more acceptance of DAOs as we move forward. Okay, but if you want to check it out, let me know. I'll put a link in the description so you can also read up on this. All right, so the future of DAO, of course, instead of going back in history, because there are some security risks to the DAOs on the blockchain, and when DAOs started, just a quick note on the history, they were hacked and about 3.6 million ETH were stolen, about $50 million worth at that time. So that was the beginning of the DAOs. But hopefully now, of course, this was back in 2020, right? So we've come a long way. In crypto, it's a long way. It's really, really fast, right? All right, so for example, Dash, the digital currency Dash, is an example of a decentralized autonomous organization because of the way it is governed and the way its budgeting system is structured. So you can form your own DAO, and boom, you can do anything with crypto from there on out. All right, so here's a little comparison. So I think this is kind of useful, right? So a DAO usually flat and fully democratized. A traditional organization, on the other hand, is hierarchical, right? That kind of makes sense. The second aspect, if you're comparing a traditional organization with the DAO is that within a DAO, voting required by members for any changes to be implemented. Whereas in a traditional organization, depending on the structure, changes can be demanded from a sole party or voting may be offered. So within a DAO, votes tallied and the outcome implemented automatically, right? Whereas in traditional companies, if voting is allowed, votes are tallied internally and the outcome of voting must be handled manually. It'll be nice to see the elections of the US, right? The US voting system to be actually running on a DAO. I don't know if that's possible, but that'd be cool, right? Let me know in comments what you think. And maybe someday it'll happen. All right, so services offered within a DAO are handled automatically in a decentralized manner, whereas in a traditional organizations, human handling or centrally controlled automation, is there, and that's prone to manipulation. And one of the last, of course, comparison here is all activity is transparent and fully public. That's what the DAO offers. Whereas in a company, activity is typically private. You sit in a boardroom and then you make the decisions and boom, that's it, right? And limited to public knowledge, even though you are investing in a public company. So a DAO examples could be a charity. You can accept membership and donations from anyone in the world, and the group can decide how they want to spend donations. Or you can have a freelancer network, or you can have ventures and grants and so on, right? So you can have a token-based membership. Right now we have membership sites, for example, but they charge fiat currency, right? So but that could all change. That is hopefully, as we move forward, is going to change as we move into the future with cryptocurrency acceptance. Of course, the regulations are still happening. Governments all across the globe are trying to figure out the best way to regulate it. But how can you regulate a decentralized mechanism, right? Blockchain. I mean, it's like, all right, how do you regulate the internet? If someone can give me the answer right here in comments, that'd be super cool, right? Yeah, I mean, can you regulate the internet? The answer is no. No one owns the internet, right? Well, the same thing. No one owns the DAOs or the blockchain, right? So, I mean, this has to be the future. Now, it's actually this aspect. The internet doesn't really threaten the governments, right? Because it's sharing of knowledge, is doing things, video, audio, articles, whatever it is, right? That's the internet. It's communication. But now we're getting into serious business, right? With blockchain technology, with cryptocurrencies, and with DAOs coming up. I mean, this is crazy, right? And that's understandable why the governments are now thinking, geez, we didn't expect this soon, right? It's a $2 trillion industry already. Everyone is jumping into crypto, one form or the other. Even if you buy one Dogecoin or any other crypto, guys, you are officially holding an asset, right? Because crypto is an asset. All right. So that's DAOs. I want to talk about this. How to do business as a DAO, of course. There are many ways you could do so. I already talked about those. So corporations are organized under the law. And by the way, DAOs are legal, right? So they act and perform as legal entities. And they are also limited liability. So that'd be a exciting way to register a DAO. Let's say we register a DAO in Wyoming and we do our crypto thing. I mean, we should be protected, right? So that's super, super cool. All right. So DAOs operate under a transparent set of software protocols, a pre-agreed set of governance rules maintained and executed on a blockchain, maybe a smart contract, right? So you could do that. Come up with your own smart contracts. All right. So in the EU, if you're in the European Union, you can, of course, apply for a free trial account at DAO.eu. All right, so that's something that I want to talk about DAOs. A quick note on what's going on the markets now. All right, so let me know what you think about DAOs, but let's shift to the markets and talk about what's going on with the crypto world, right? What's going on with SafeMoon, with Dogecoin, Shiba, Bitcoin. That's the portfolio, all the assets that we have in our portfolio right here at InvestDesk. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And of course, if you're just joining in, make sure you smash the like button. Thank you for your support. All right, so Tuesday, today's news, Jim Cramer says that we're seeing an oversold market bounce. Okay, talk about buying opportunities created by the market being oversold. They say decreasing oil prices, today's lighter than expected PPI, and this week's Fed meeting are also tailwinds for picking up more stocks. And like I say, guys, I mean, this is something that we know, right? Being in the crypto for a while, we know that right now is probably the lowest, dip points for all cryptos. So if I go to CoinMarketCap, for example, well, I have Shiba Inu here, so it's at 2.1, right? That's probably that's where it's holding, right? That's where it's trying to consolidate itself. But if I look at, for example, other cryptos in the market like Bitcoin and our Dogecoin, of course, Bitcoin is still at 39, 38 was yesterday, 39 is today, so it's up, right? So that's probably where the markets are consolidating and just waiting on some good news, maybe a peace treaty with Ukraine and Russia, inflation issues being addressed by the Fed, and that's what they're doing right now. So that's something that's really, really holding the entire market where it's at now. So Dogecoin, for example, let me refresh this, is about 11 cents, and that's where it is. And it's still at rank number 13. Where we go? There we go. All right, so yeah, it's still at 13. 11.25 is Doge. Shiba Inu is at 2164 and Bitcoin at 39. So that's really what's happening with the market. So it's still at the same, pretty much the same scenario where it was yesterday. Okay. All right, so, and regarding SafeMoon, a couple of important news about SafeMoon, by the way, that SafeMoon is upgrading their swap. So let me show you something. There we go. So SafeMoon swap LP removal. If you missed this, now you know, right? So this is a guide how you remove the liquidity that you placed into the SafeMoon swap LP. So important announcement, if you are reading this, it is essential to note that you must be removing liquidity before 22nd of March 2022, as SafeMoon is completing a router upgrade to SafeMoon systems. If you do not remove them before this date, you risk losing your funds as the contract will become unsupported. We're aware that there are current issues in regards to removal of liquidity. We currently advise that if you're looking to remove liquidity and are experiencing issues, try MetaMask. So here's the steps. You just go to SafeMoon.education and look for this post. If you like, I can put a link in the description so you can also read up. So just a few steps: connect your wallet, choose the correct removal tokens, approving and removing is step 3. And step 4, boom, you're done. Okay, so that's something about SafeMoon LP removal process. All right, so let's see what else. Latest. I talked about this. The President Biden orders government agencies to coordinate on crypto regulation strategy. I talked about the entire crypto order a few days ago. Go check out my live stream where I titled the crazy crypto order, right? That's what I said. So, all right. So that's all we have. So I wanted to talk about the Marshall Islands, talk about the Wyoming, and talk about DAOs. More importantly today, let me know if you have any thoughts or comments. See what's going on. All right. So yeah, that's all I have. I'm gonna make it short. It's Tuesday. So markets are pretty much the same where they were yesterday. Hopefully there will be some traction as we move forward. All right, so my Twitter handle is invest_desk. You can check it out if you like. And then, hit that follow button. We certainly appreciate that. All right, that's all I have, guys, for today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. So thank you so much for your love and support for InvestDesk, because InvestDesk is your #1 channel for cryptocurrency investing, daily news updates and forecast. My name is Syed, and I'll see you guys